Okay, got a KVJ Confessional open for whatever you would like to drop on us here today. You can do that right now by texting it into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Well, that's a cute little confession here. Somebody says, as a kid watching tennis on TV, I used to think that the player at the top of the screen had an advantage as he was hitting downhill.
I get that. It does look a little weird.
Well, that's not even fair.
It's way harder to hit uphill.
That other person's going to be so exhausted. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? This confession says, my wife and I have a game that we play when driving. When one of us farts, they mentally count how long it takes for the other one to smell it. We have two kids who now also participate. It's the highlight of any road trip. So I guess you go, 1, 2. Oh, that's terrible. Who let it? That's a fun little game. Just roll the windows down, I guess. This person said, yes, when I was a kid doing puzzles with friends, I would always hide a puzzle piece. At 99.9% completion, when mass panic would ensue, I would always be the one to heroically find the final piece and complete the puzzle.
See, I'm not saying you are a serial killer, but you've got tendencies. If you wanted to turn evil, you would do well at that. What a well thought out plan of manipulation right there.
It makes you scary.
It makes you scared. I'm not saying you're going to turn evil, but you have the potential of being a scary
It's a
person.
diabolical thought process. Yeah, I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to play the hero. I'm going to hold out the last piece.
Well, think about how many things that you were planning steps before the whole puzzle was made. Versus crazy.
This person texts in to confess. They said, I always wondered what it would feel like to poo in the ocean. So I did it when nobody else was around. And then just at that moment, a couple yards away, a snorkeler emerges. They look at me, and then they see my brown submarine, and then their look of disgust and judgment still haunts me to this day.
Oh, my.
I mean, when you really break it down and think about it, there's a lot of poop in that ocean. All sorts.
No, you're right. I mean, whales, they're not getting out to go in a toilet.
I know, but that snorkeler was not expecting to get defecated on. That is not cool.
It's just one of those things, you don't really think about it, but there's a lot of gross stuff going on in the ocean.
I know, but the bather next to you pooping, no.
You're right.
I did not see that one coming.
It doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm. This is an interesting confession. Somebody said, whenever I see a solitary, bulky trash bag on the side of the highway, I always wonder if there's a body in it.
Me too.
Please tell me I'm not the only person to think this.
No, you're not.
Wow. Like, why would lawn maintenance leave just one bag? Florida's known for the dumping. It gives me the chills whenever I see it.
There was some bag-looking thing on the side of I-95 right when you get onto the ramp, leaving work, going home, and it was there for a good 2 weeks, and I wanted to see what was in it.
2 weeks?
Yeah, it was so odd. Nobody went to look at it, but it was kind of in a spot where if you wanted to stop and look at it, it would have caused mass confusion in
it's like an emerge area.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it stayed out there so long, but the whole time I'm thinking, is there a couple of severed arms in there? Is there a toe?
Apparently, a lot of people think that.
Creepy.
Yeah. This confession says, in college, I got very drunk and was walking home from a house party at about 2 a.m. when I saw some guys moving. So I helped them carry a TV and some speakers out to a car. And then I was telling a friend about it the next day when I'd sobered up. And at that moment, I realized, you know what? I think I actually just helped somebody rob a house. Who moves at 2 a.m.? Hey, happy guys.
People do move at 2 a.m.
They do. Okay.
Look, well, if you're back, if you haven't paid your rent,
drug dealers.
If you owe your rent, that's exactly when you move.
It is. Okay.
I know a girl that did this.
Okay.
Her ass moved at midnight because she didn't want to pay the landlord all the back rent she owed. She moved in the middle of the night like a cat burglar.
It looks sus, though.
It looks sus.
Yeah, if you're moving at 2 a.m.
No legitimate person moves at 2 a.m. You're doing something bad.
If you're doing anything at 2 a.m., digging, putting things out in your car, there's going to be some people that think you might have murdered.
Yeah. Okay. This confession says, I thought limes were unripe lemons until I was 21 years old. I tried to convince my roommate who needed a lemon to buy a lime and then just wait for it to ripen.
That's amazing.
They still think I'm the dumbest person on planet Earth.
Oh.
Somebody else said when I was little, my parents would always have the first sip from a can of any beverage to take the taste of the metal away. And I thought this was actually a real thing until I asked my partner to have the first sip of a can. I was 25.
They just wanted some of your soda.
Well, that's the thing. If you have young kids, we always would do that because as soon as a kid puts their mouth on your beverage, it's yours. Because especially a soda can, you see all that slobber, it's coming out of their mouth and the whole rim is, I'm like, you know
It's got
what?
bits of cookie in
I'm
it.
just like, you know what? Keep it, man. You're good.
Kids lead the league in backwashing.
Yeah, so... another confession here, 877-979-WRMF. It says, I saw a nice pullover in TJ Maxx discarded over the top of a rail of clothes. I liked it, but I couldn't see a price tag, so I pulled it over my head to try it on, and when I did, a wallet fell onto the floor.
Oh, no.
So I picked it up and then handed it to the guy that was staring at me. He asked if he could have his pullover back, too.
Well, that's his fault.
Yeah.
If you're going to take off your jacket in a clothing store and lay it by all the other clothing, people might try on your stuff.
Look, I've been in TJ Maxx many times in my life, and I have seen people try on their outfits outside of the dressing room.
That's the best.
It
When
happens
you don't have to
all
go,
the time.
The dressing room takes forever.
It
and that
can.
lady's eyeballing you thinking you want to steal stuff. I'm not here to steal TJ Maxx.
It's so quick just to try on a shirt right in the middle of the store.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Totally.
And finally here today, this confession says, a lady just made her toddler's son sit on his dad's lap so I could have a seat on a crowded train. She thought I was pregnant. I am, in fact, just fat and hungover, and you bet your ass I'm going to take that seat. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. All right, something you want to confess, you can always text them into us, send the emails as well, 877-979-WRMF or 877-979-9763.